Part of subjugation. Come on and give me a break. Nope. You'll get to 99. 98, that's the same number in my world. There's the break I'm looking for. It'd be unbearable if every enemy had an AoE. Fortunately, it's usually just unique enemies. Not fortunately. Very unfortunately. Like, unique enemy... In Xenoblade 1, for me, unique enemies and bosses were, like, the most fun moments of gameplay. In this game, unique enemies and also bosses are, like, honestly some of the least fun. Because a lot of them are just giant health sponges. Cough, cough, Mobius. And then a lot of unique enemies and some other bosses just have these stupid AoE moves that make it where you immediately lose if it happens to hit your healers. It's not fortunately at all. It's actually really bad. How do I want to do this? You topple. I want to use Noah at the start of the next attack, I think. You know what? Let's get funky with it. Yeah, let's get funky with it, because we're going to end with Mio, so that'll give us back whoever has the highest points, which I think is going to be either Tyon or Uni. That smash did not do as much as I was hoping. Get judged. Okay, yeah, Uni was the highest. Let's do Bombshell Blitz here. Might have screwed this chain attack. I'm starting to think I definitely screwed this chain attack. I was not paying enough attention. I think this is going to give me back Uni, so we're very screwed. Well, I mean, it just means we're not going to get to do the Ouroboros command. I wasn't paying enough attention. I can see that, but I did learn early on that you need to be at least 5 to 7 levels ahead to even have a fighting chance against unique enemies. That's stupid. Oh, no, it actually gave me back Noah. Oh, if we only had Noah's art here, we would have been able to finish it. The best thing to do is go for a Kavesi command and hope. But there's no... He'd have to get plus 22. That's not happening. So close yet so far. And we didn't even get the topple. Insult to injury. Yeah, I messed up that chain attack. That one was on me.
You are a stubborn one, aren't you? Let's get this done.
Needing to be... When you are playing through a Xenoblade game, I don't remember 2 that well, but and obviously this doesn't apply to X because X is so open world. But in Xenoblade 1 and 3, when you are playing through the game, you run into, typically, sometimes you run into unique enemies that are like way higher level than you and the game expects you to come back to fight them at some point, which is fine. But most of the time when you're playing through the game, you will run into unique enemies that are near your level or just a little bit higher level than you. They should be balanced to where battling them should be feasible when you are, like, within 3 standard deviation of their level. Probably no more than 2 levels lower than them, I would say. You should be able to have a reasonable chance. So, like, saying that you learned you need to be 5 to 7 levels ahead, that just means, like, the only time you get to fight unique enemies is when you backtrack a lot, which is really annoying and way less fun. It's way more fun to be going through a new area in Xenoblade 1, 3, whatever, and to find this really cool looking unique enemy, and it's like, this enemy is 2 levels higher than you, and you're like, let's try, and then maybe you can beat it, maybe you need to level up a bit more, or you need to try a couple of times, but like, it's a chance, you can do it. Being like, yeah, come back when you're 8 levels higher, which will be like, I don't know, 7 hours later in the game, so good luck even remembering, unless you just happen to be backtracking for side quests or whatnot anyway. That's really lame, IMO. Yo, someone got a launch? Launches? Any launchers in chat? Tyon? Launching? We did not get the launch, but we did get a chain attack. All right, let's do this chain attack correctly this time.
What do you think of this?
Do you think I'll remember to put Ashera in the team after this chain attack? You can get to 151, actually, so let's do it this way. Or to 150. You can get 51 to get to 150 is what I meant to say. Let's get crazy with it. Ooh, got the topple. You're not going to get plus 27. There's no way. Do I think you'll get 51? Or actually, do I just finish with Mio here? I'm actually just going to finish with Mio here, I think. And then probably give me back, Noah. Bum, 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 bum. It's a brave assault! Definitely we want the 150 with Noah here. Plus 5 from Kavesi. Yeah, you'll get close enough to 99, if not there. Just made it. Give me the break! Rip.
This isn't the end. You're finished.
Get him, lads. All right, we're gonna get away with winning this, I think. Because by the time this chain attack ends, this dude should be dead, as long as I actually get an Ouroboros. Which I will, he said with confidence. I'm gonna save you, actually. I'm gonna use both. Yeah, let's do this. Use both of the healers here to get Lance to 99. He'll give me back whoever has the highest, which should be Noah, and then Noah and Alexandria can finish a command on their own, guaranteed. They might not even need each other for it. They might just be able to do it on their own. Ah, yes, the war against the alphabet. I've always hated the alphabet. Why didn't I topple? I didn't realize you were already broken. My B. I got so confident in, like, this thing is dead, I stopped paying attention again. Yeah, give me back Noah. Noah can finish a command all on his own if he needs to.
I might have the answer. I might have the answer.
Lightning quick.
Everyone get ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Don't you worry. Yeah, this thing is giga dead. We might even kill it before the Ouroboros order. We will definitely kill it before the Ouroboros order. If it does not die to Lightning Quick, it will die to the Smash combo it's going to get hit with right after this. What you got against the Alphabet? The Alphabet's, ruins Best Girl. Well, it didn't ruin Melia. Melia's still great. But the Alphabet made Best Girl almost irrelevant to this game, and that's very annoying. I'll never forgive the Alphabet for that. Never. There we go. Die.
This isn't the end.
Yeah, the Alphabet killed my family. What's the thing from SpongeBob? The Alphabet killed our family, set fire to our crops, and poisoned our water supply. It did? No, but are we just gonna wait around until it does? It's been too long since I've heard that one.
What did you think?
Wolf Spirit. Lone Wolf, I've stolen your very spirit. This is where it's been. For years, we've all wondered, where is Lone Wolf's spirit at? He doesn't appear to have one. It was right here, all along. I finally found where he left it. Hey, where have I seen this room before, chat?
They're on us. Orders?
Do I have to? Can I just leave? What if I just run by you? Like, hear me out.
No, thank you.
I got nothing against a final dungeon in a JRPG being long. It's, you know, that happens a lot in JRPGs, but also, normally I'm playing JRPGs that I find more enjoyable than this one. So, I would kind of like to speed along a little bit. Oh, is that a,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It just sent me back here anyway. What was that prompt? What do you mean retry battle?
Whoa, got a red
What
dude
just
right
happened?
here.
Xenoblade? Are you okay? What was that? I wasn't looking. So I was trying to just run by enemies because I was getting bored of fighting the same purple amalgamation 47 times in a row. It killed me as I was running away because, you know, why wouldn't it? And then it gave me a prompt of, do you want to retry the battle? To which I said yes. And upon saying yes, it just sent me back to the last, like, to the room where I fought X in anyway.
We can tussle.
Yo, we tussling? Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh. We're gonna have to fight everything on the way out of here, it seems. Oh, this time, it didn't give me the retry prompt, and not clicking the retry prompt actually put me closer than... What? Was this game beta tested? Did Monolith Soft forget how to make video games?
Over here.
I'm starting to think that Monolith Soft weren't even the ones that made Xenoblade 1. Maybe it was a different company, and Monolith Soft, like, stole it from them. And they've been trying to, like, capitalize on Xenoblade 1's perfection ever since. I'm starting to think it might be feasible.
Can't let you show me up, Noah. This strength is amazing.
Deep aspiration. Michael, how have you're playing while I'm doing this, right? Have you finished the game? Or are you further than me right now?
Feel it in my bones.
You went through the in-fight in, like, saving Melia at least, right? I think X must have bugged out or something, so the game thought you were in that fight earlier. Yeah, it seems likely. I'm further than you. How did you feel about the whole, because we talked about this at the end of last stream when I went through that cutscene. But you and I didn't talk about it in Discord because you weren't there yet at the time. But how did you feel about Z, and I assume Y and X are the same way, are like Persona style, like we are the unconscious fear of all of the people being afraid of the future or like change or whatever?
Demon Slayer.
Please die. Didn't Tales of Arise have issue with its final dungeon? It's been months since I played that game. I definitely know that some people said that the final dungeon in Arise was like too long, but I disagreed because Arise is very fun. Like, it was long, sure, but like, I mean, you get some cutscenes throughout it, and the gameplay in Arise is just super fun. So, I mean, I think it was like an hour and a half to get from the entrance of that dungeon to the end, and you would have a couple of cutscenes throughout it. And like for a JRPG, I was like, yeah, that's fair. It was just like, I mean, Tales of Arise was really fun, so I didn't mind. But I know some people were like, this dungeon was too long. I think it was fine. I didn't really understand the Z thing that much, but I don't think it makes much sense. All right, that's fair. I'm pretty much right there with you. I mean, like, logistically, I guess it makes sense in a sense of, like, this is the explanation, and I'm like, okay, I get your explanation. I just think it's stupid. And doesn't fit with Xenoblade, like, at all. I also don't see how that made Z exist from Origin or whatever. Like, Melia and Nia, with the help of some Nopon or whatever they said, created Origin. What part of them creating Origin allowed the creation of Z to go through? Like, how did that... It just doesn't make any sense, really. Why would that happen in the machine they created? Especially to the extent that it did. And also, I'm still very much like, why did it create, like, evil people like Z, but it didn't, like... Why did Origin's, like, combination of all of the thoughts of people who are afraid of the future, why didn't it also create a being for, like, everyone's hopes for the future, or everyone's, like, like, every other emotion that human beings are known to have? Why is it only, like, we made bad person from this? Because antagonist needed for third game. IMO the length was okay at best, but seeing the same giant wolves and dragons was pretty tiresome in Arise. That's just me. What are you talking about? Arise had a pretty good amount of enemy variety, including in the final dungeon. The final dungeon of Arise wasn't just like wolves and dragons always. There were probably like 7 or 8 different enemy types that would cycle in that final dungeon. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you must have played a different game than me. Die. Zestam. Alright, you're dead. You're next to go.
Glad you could see us through that, Lance. Yes, sir. I put my head down and pulled us through.
Think it's a representation of how our fear can be so great we rarely do. We take the chance of hope. That's stupid. It just doesn't make sense for Origin to do that, though, and not do anything else, especially when the people that created Origin were Melia and Nia, who would obviously be way more about hope and whatnot. It doesn't add up. My biggest problem with Arise's last dungeon was damage sponges. I played a different Tales of Arise than the 2 people in chat who were talking about Arise, I guess.
Oops, they found us.
I do not remember having any issues in the end of Arise's final dungeon. It was not very confusing. It may have been a little long. Like, you know, I won't disagree on that. It was a little long. I didn't really mind. If you minded, I mean, that's fine. I don't think it's, like... If your only complaint, really, about a game is like, the final dungeon was like half an hour too long for me, then I think you found a pretty good video game. But, I don't remember anything, about damage sponges and whatnot. I would rather Mobius just be random godlike beings taking advantage of Origin than somehow people's emotions and stuff coming to fruition. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that, Michael. And Lone Wolf agrees with that, he says in chat. I think it would have been better overall. I did really, yeah, like, I don't really vibe with how their explanation for Z existing is. I like all the other Mobius being, like, people that Z chose and, like, uplifted to become Mobius. And especially, like, I still think the best story thing that this game had going for it was, like, N and M. And, like... Z, like, pushing into becoming a Mobius and whatnot was really neat. That was cool, but Z himself, kind of lackluster.
Is nobody gonna praise me?
Thank you.
We'd be lost without you, Uni.
That would directly compromise Shulk's wish of a world with no gods. Well, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure that Shulk wanted a world of freedom and free choice, which has already been compromised by Z taking away everyone's free choice anyway. So that's kind of like already been done. Hi!
Why?
I have to fight you again.